Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much.
Join us at Like Learning School and experience a transformative education journey. Visit our website at www.likelearningschool.com or contact us at +2348085095144 to learn more and get started today.
This question says, according to the line graph, between which two consecutive years was there the greatest change in the number of 3D movies released? What's the change between 2003 and 2004?
Nothing.
No change. Good. Between 2004 and 2005, I think that's like this is about 2 to something. Okay. But you notice that what's the value at 2010? Let's even drop it down. It's
Like
2010.
35.
30, do you mean 25?
Yes, 25.
Good. And what's the value at 2011?
45.
45. Okay. Compare it with the one you chose from 2008.
2008 and 2009.
What's the value at?
2008 is like 9,
Yeah, and 2009 is
20,
20. 9 to 20 and 25 to
11.
35. Okay, you can see that 2010 to 2011 is more.
Well, 2010, 2011 is 25 to 35. No,
Yeah.
to 40. Oh, yes, yes.
2010, yes, you're right.
2011 is by 20, and 2008 to 2009 is just by 11.
11, because this is 35, this is 45, you said, and this is 25. The difference is 20 compared to this one that is around 8 or 9, and here is around 20. So 20 minus 9 or 8 is 11 or 12. So 2009 to 2011 is small. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Number 2 says, some values of the linear function f are shown in the table. Which of the following defines f? You can see f of x 1, and then it's 5. 3 is 13. 5 is 21. So what must have been done for it to be like this? When x is 1, y is 5, or f of x is 5. When x is 3, f of x is 13. When x is 5, f of x is 21. So what did we do to x?
Well,
What
X
did we do?
every.
What did we do to the input to get the output? This is like input. 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 Now the red one is output. What did we do to input and to get the output? Just a moment.
Well, for the input, every number is an odd number, and for output, they each go up by 8.
Okay, so you have the input, you have the output. What did we do to the input to get to the output? If you notice, for this first one, what did you think we did to get to 5? And what did you do to 3 to get to 13? Look at the input and see how we translate to the output. What do you think was done to 1 to make it 5? And check the same pattern. What was done to 3 to make it 13? What was done to 5 to make it 21? There are many ways to do that. You can just check 21 divided by 5. What does it give?
21 divided by 5 is 4.2.
like 4 whole number and what remaining?
4.2.
4 remainder what? 4 whole number remainder what? Like
2.
21 divided by 5. It will go 4 places, and what will remain?
Oh, I was gonna I think like, wouldn't it be 1?
Of course, 1 will remain. Remainder 1. And I want to use it to show you something. 13 divided by 3. What will it be?
How much?
13 divided by 3. I'm doing for 13 divided by 3
Oh,
now.
13 divided by 3. That is 4. 4 remainder 3 3 3.
4 remainder 1.
It said 4 point. It's 4 remainder 1.
4 remainder 1 again. Then 5 divided by 1.
4 remainder 1.
5 divided by 1 is also 4 remainder 1. So if you notice, it starts with 4, remaining 1. That remaining 1 is the intercept. So which one looks like the answer? Starts with 4.
4x plus 1. C.
Exactly, 4x plus 1. C. And if you try that, you will see it will give you that. Try it with anyone. When x is 3, for instance, 4x will be what? That's 4 times 3. Do you know?
Yes.
I want you to use this to test it. Use this one to test it. When x is 3, 4x will be what? 4 times 3, is it not?
Yes.
And what's 4 times 3?
4 times 3 is 12.
And then 12 plus 1?
13.
It will give you 13. Just to test it. So the correct option is C. Is that understood? Is that understood? Please confirm if you understood what I did.
I do. I understand.
Okay, let's go to the next one, number 3. It says to make a bakery signature chocolate muffins, a baker needs 2.5 ounces of chocolate for each muffin. How many pounds of chocolate are needed to make 48 signature chocolate muffins? To make a bakery signature chocolate muffins, a baker needs 2.5 ounces of chocolate for each muffin. So 2.5 ounces is equal to 1 muffin. Did you see what I wrote? I'm not sure you can see what I'm writing on question 3.
2.5 ounces equals 1 muffin.
1 muffin, that's what we are told. 2.5 ounces for 1 muffin, for each muffin. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, so it says how many pounds of chocolate are needed to make 48 signature chocolate muffins? 48. 48 now. 48 now. So if 2.5 ounces makes 1 muffin, how many will make 48? 48 will now be what? X. It's just simple proportion. 48 is what?
48 is the proportion.
All right.
That
It's just like 2.5 ounces makes 1 muffin, as we are given. See the statement. Read what I just underlined here.
2.5 ounces of chocolate for each muffin.
So each muffin means 1 muffin, isn't it?
Yes.
And then we need to know how many we make 48 muffins. 48 muffins. So X will make 48 muffins. How do you find X?
Yes.
How would you find X?
You have to factor.
Do you mean cross multiply whenever you have something like this?
Yes, cross multiply.
So what will be x?
X will just be um, 1 because x times 1.
You know, when you cross multiply this times this x, then the other one times the other one, 48 times 2.5. That's what I mean by cross multiply. Is that clear?
Yes.
Cross multiply means one multiply the other multiplies the other. This times this, and then this one times this. That's what cross multiplication means. One times x is x. That's for the yellow one. If you like, I might just want to write it with yellow so that it will make sense. 1 times x is x for the yellow one. For the green one, 48 times this, it will now be 48. Blue one, I use blue for it. 48 times 2.5. So what is x?
48 times 2.5 is 120.
So x is 120. 120 muffins. 120 ounces. 120 ounces. Did you see that?
Yes.
And we are told that 16 ounces is 1 pound.
Yes.
16 ounces is 1 pound. Or 1 pound. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. 1 pound equal to 16 ounces. So now we have 120 ounces. 120 ounces will now be how many? Will be how many pounds? You can call that y.
5 pounds.
Let's see. Let's see if it will give us 7.5. How did you figure that out?
I just did 120 divided by 16.
That's correct. 120 divided by 16. Or you can also cross multiply. Y times 16 will give you 16y. 16y is equal to 1 times this 120. And so y is equal to 120 divided by 16, which is 7.5. Please, are you sure you understand what I did here?
Yes.
So 7.5a. Next question is number 4.
Question 4.
Let me see, you circled A, so let me see if A is correct. It says if 3 open the bracket C plus D is equal to 5, what's the value of C plus D? Let's see. 3 open a bracket C plus D is equal to 5. What's the value of C plus D? How will you find C plus D? Divide both sides by 3. Do you understand? If you want to leave only C plus D, you divide both sides by 3. Did you hear me?
Yes.
You divide both sides by what?
3.
So you divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3. Because we want C plus D to stand alone. C plus D to stand alone. Whatever is attached to it, we divide both sides by it. So that will now give us C plus D. C plus D will now be equal to 5 divided by 3. Because we're dividing both sides by 3. Do you understand? This over 3, this over 3. So what's the correct option?
5 over 3.
But did you understand what I did?
Yes.
Okay.
You multiplied. No, you divided. No, you divided both sides by 3.
So that 3 will disappear and leaving only C plus D, right? I divided both sides by 3, so that 3 will disappear, leaving only C plus D. Okay, so the correct option is actually B. Number 5 on this. Where's number 5?
It's at the bottom of number 4.
Okay.
Scroll down.
The weight of an object on Venus is approximately 9/10 of its weight on Earth. The weight of an object on Jupiter is approximately 23/10 of its weight on Earth. If an object weighs 100 pounds on Earth, approximately how many more pounds does it weigh on Jupiter than it weighs on Venus? See, Venus is 9/10 of Earth. Jupiter
Yes.
is 23/10 of Earth. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Okay, so 9/10 of Earth is what? If the Earth is 1,000 pounds, that would be 9/10 times 100. Sorry, it says it's 100 pounds. It says if an object weighs 100 pounds on Earth, can you see it? Did you hear me?
Yes.
The weight of an object on Venus is approximately 9/10 of its weight on Earth. So if it weighs 100 pounds on Earth, that would be 9/10 times 100. What's 9/10 times 100?
9/10 times 100.
That would be 90.
I'm putting it in my calculator.
Yeah, that will give you 90. So you got that as 90 now, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what about the one for Jupiter, 23/10 of Earth? That's
23 divided by 10. That's 230.
230. So the question says what?
How many more pounds does it weigh on Jupiter than it weighs on Venus?
Okay, so that's Jupiter minus Venus. So Jupiter minus Venus will be what? 230 minus 90, isn't it?
Yes.
What does it give?
140.
So the correct option is C.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Hope it's making sense.
Yes.
Let's go to number 6. An online bookstore sells novels and magazines. Each novel sells for £4 and each magazine sells for £1. If Sadi purchased a total of 11 novels and magazines that have a combined selling price of £20, how many novels did she purchase? Can I read out the question again?
Yes.
An online bookstore sells novels and magazines. Each novel sells for £4 and each magazine sells for £1. If Sadiq purchased a total of 11 novels and magazines that have a combined selling price of 20, how many novels did she purchase? What do you think you can do?
An online bookstore set. You need to do it by like
an equation.
Yes.
So 4 novels and
they taught us how to do this in class, but I just kind of forgot.
All right, so £4 for novels and 1 for magazine, so plus 1G, okay, 1M for magazine is the total price. Watch me. £4 for each novel. Did you get me?
Yeah. Yes.
And £1 for each magazine, so it will be 4 novel 4N times 1M. Sorry, 4N
Yes.
plus 1M. This is the way you can figure that out. If you had, by the way, how much is one novel?
One novel is $4, and each magazine is $1.
Okay, so if one novel is $4, how much is 5 novels?
Each novel sells for $4.
So five
How
novels.
many?
How much should be how 5 novels? I'm just giving that as an
Oh,
example.
that would be $20.
$20. What did you do? 4 times 5, isn't it?
Yes.
So if you have a number of novels, you simply say 4 times that number. If I have n number of novels, I will say 4 times n. That's why it's 4n. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so it says if Sadiq purchased a total of 11 novels, 11 novels. So for 11 novels, how much will it be?
That would be 11 novels is $40. No, $44.
$44. That's 4 times 11, isn't it?
Yes.
That's for 11 novels. So you have $44, or 4 times $11, or 4 times $11. And then it says the total for that have a combined selling price of 20. Another bookstore, each novel cost is a magazine sells for each of a total of 11 novels. And magazines that have a combined selling price of 11 novels. Oh, sorry, 11 novels and magazines. Did you hear me?
Yes.
I just read the question to see that this 11 is not only for novels. Did you hear me?
Yes.
The 11 is for both novels and magazines. Look at it. 11 novels and magazines. 11 novels and magazines. In other words, when you add the novels plus magazine, you get 11. Did you hear that?
Yes.
The total number of novels and magazines is what?
It equals 11.
11, because that's what we're told. 11 novels and magazines. And they have a total combined selling price of 20. Combined selling price of what? 20. Combined selling price of $20. How many novels did she buy? Remember this first equation. 4n plus 1m is a total price. And this total price is giving us 20. Did you see? I've formed a simultaneous equation. Let me explain it again. How many number of novels and magazines? Total number of novels and magazines.
She could have bought like eight magazines.
No, not really. I just want you to look at the information given. How many total for novels and magazines?
11.
11. So novels plus magazine is 11. That's the first equation. And you know when you sell both of them, you will get $20.
Yes.
4n, because each novel is 4. Plus 1m, because each magazine is 1. So 1m for magazine. I think I might have to zoom it in a bit. Yeah, each novel is 4, so 4n. Each magazine is 1, so 1m. So 4n plus 1m gives 20. And novel plus magazine gives 11. So just solve this simultaneous equation. You get what you need. Do you still remember how to solve simultaneous equation?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, the step. This is a simultaneous equation. You can call this one equation 1 and this one equation 2. Let me even draw the equation 1 with a yellow line. Sorry, I need to put this thing here so it doesn't block this. This is a simultaneous equation, equation 1 and then equation 2. Did you see what I wrote?
Yes.
what we're basically going to do is to solve this simultaneous equation, and it's very easy. Can you make n the subject of formula and put it into the other one?
How do you do that?
Yes, let n stand alone, so n becomes what? You know, m will go over to the other side. This m goes over to the other side. M becomes 11 minus m. Are you sure you understood what I wrote? We'll soon round off on this. We soon round off. N plus
Yes.
n plus m is 11. So n alone will be 11. If plus m crosses over, it becomes minus m, is it not?
Yes.
N is equal to what?
Yes.
Read it out. N is equal to what? Read out what I'm circling.
N is equal to 11 minus n.
If you like, you can call it equation 3. And carry this equation 3 and put into equation 1. Carry it and put it into equation 1. What it means is any place you see n, what are you going to write? Whatever is representing n. What is representing n?
11 minus n.
Okay, so we start with 4. In place of n, I will open a bracket and write 11 minus m. Close the bracket. That is for 4n. This 4n now becomes 4 11 minus m. Because n is what?
N is equal to 11 minus m.
So any place you see n, what are we going to replace it with? Whatever n is, what is n? 11 minus m. Please, let's round off with this, okay?
Okay.
Let's round off with this. N is 11 minus m. So we go back to the other equation that we didn't use. That's the way we always do this. Since we use the second equation, equation 2, to get equation 3, we're going to put equation 3 into the equation we did not use, which is equation 1. Anywhere we see n, what are we replacing it with?
11 minus n.
That's what I did here. So instead of 4n, I wrote 4 open a bracket 11 minus m, then plus 1m is equals 20. So solve this equation. I just wrote out everything 4n, but I wrote 4 11 minus m plus 1m equals 20 equals 20. So let's solve. Open a bracket, you have 44 minus 4m plus 1m equals 20. Can you solve this equation I wrote here?
44 minus 4m plus 1m equals 20.
Yep. So how do we do that? Just collect like terms. You have minus 4m plus 1m equals 20 is on the other side, and then we begin to bring some things across too. 20, then minus 44. It's just collecting like terms. You know how to solve an equation. Put all the m's on one side. What are the values that have m? What are the terms that have m?
4 and 1. Negative 4 and 1.
Positive 1. That's why I wrote negative 4m and positive 1m. Nothing else has m. So I put equal to. I start with 20 that is already there, 20, and then I carry 44 across. Okay, so minus 4m plus m will give us minus 3m. 20 minus 14 will give 30, 20 what? 20.
That's just 44.
Minus 20 minus 44 will give us what? Minus 14, minus 24.
Yes.
So what is x? Or what is m?
M is negative 3m or negative 24.
You know when you are solving, read out what I have on this in this last line. The last line I wrote in green, if it has shown at your end.
Negative 3M or negative 24.
Like, no, that's not. Oh, this is a previous thing I wrote earlier. I don't want to clean it. It's a previous stuff I wrote that we're solving. Let me just make it come below. What was it, Seth, I wrote? Let me. 9 over 10. Huh? Venus is 9 over 10. I wrote this earlier. Venus is equal to 9 over 10 times or of Earth. So the equation I want you to look at is this equation. Nothing is blocking it now. Minus 3m is equal to minus 24. How do you solve it?
You have to
divide both sides by minus 3.
Both sides.
Divide both sides by minus 3.
Yeah.
So what will it eventually give you? M will be what?
Negative 24 over negative 3m.
Exactly, over negative 3. So m is equal to negative 24 over negative 3. And that will give you positive 8, right?
Yes.
So what was the question asking us? We found m to be positive 8. What's the question asking us to find? How many novels did she purchase? How many novels? How many novels?
Yes.
We found magazine to be how many? How many magazines did we find from our calculation?
8.
8. So how many novels do you think it has? Remember, when you add the novel plus the magazine, you get 11.
Yes.
So how many novels?
3.
The answer is 3. Three is the correct option. Just like here, n plus m gives 11. And if m is already 8, it means n must be equal to 11 minus 3, which is 11. If m is already 8, n will be equal to 11 minus 8, which is 3. I think that settles it. Yes. Okay, let's review this next question. Okay. Remember, the question is asking us to find the percentage of the students who answered environment. And we are told that the ratio of foreign policy to environment is 5:3. Foreign policy to environment is 5:3. So we can see others is 5%, healthcare is 9%, unemployment 14%, education is 16%. So the total percentage of these ones given is 44%, not 44 degrees. Are you still with me?
Yes.
44%, not 44 degrees. 44%. So this foreign policy and environment will now occupy how many percentage? Foreign policy plus environment, the remaining 2, we occupy how many?
56%.
Okay, 56%. I think what you did was 100, the total percentage minus 44, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Please take note of stuff like that. Okay, that's 56%. 56%. And the 56% is to be shared in the ratio of 5:3. 5 for foreign policy, 3 for environment. And you know, you add the sum of ratio. Sum is 5 plus 3, which is 8. Foreign policy in green, environment in yellow. So what we just do is, for each one, you do total of what they are sharing over sum of ratio times the particular ratio. So total of what they are sharing is 56. So 56 over 8 times what they are sharing. Total of what they are sharing over sum of ratio times the ratio for each. So what does this give?
56 over 8 times 5.
Yes, 56 over 8 times 5.
35.
35. Please remember, this is what this value is for foreign policy. We are not asked to get that of foreign policy, but I'm explaining. So I need to teach you everything just in case. Okay, then for environment, it's also total of what they are sharing, which is 56, over sum of ratio, which is 8, times the particular ratio for environment. So what does this give? You know, see the subtleness in this kind of assessment, because they will even give you an answer for something wrong, and if you're not careful, you may just pick it. Alright, so what is 56 over 8 times 3?
21.
21, okay. So I think that's clear.
Yes. There.
Alright, so the correct option is what?
B, 21.
Alright. The correct option is B. So this method of solving ratio is clear, right?
Yes.
I just need to add this. If you were to solve for a particular ratio, and we have a lot of space here, let me use this place. Okay, please, so that you won't have to move, let me do it just below where you are, or around where you are. So don't move, so that you can see what I'm doing. I'll do it just around where you are. I don't want you to start looking for where I am. So just move towards the left hand side below that question on the electrician stuff. Below the question on electrician, just by the left hand side of the graph. Yeah, this is where I am. This is where I am. Yeah,
Right here.
you can see that.
Yes.
Assuming, I'm just setting a different question because that can also be given. Assuming you are already given the sum, for instance, let me just write 3 students shared the sum of $180. In the ratio 1:2:3. Okay, no, I don't know. In this case, it's just the sum, because we're going to get that sum. So I will just say the sum of money. You know, I've given $180 because eventually we get the answer as 180. I really want you to get this in case something is given and then you are now going to get the sum. So 3 students shared the sum of money, so I will just say sum of money. Eventually we'll get that answer as 180. In the ratio 1:2:3, if the highest share is 90, if the highest share is, okay, let me use this. Hold on. 260. Okay. Let me. I'm trying to set the equation in my mind. Okay, the highest share is 180. Let me see. 180. Okay, if the highest share is $180. What's the sum they shared? What sum did they share?
Your students showed there was sum of money in the ratio 1 to 2 to 3. If the highest is 180, what sum did they share?
So the highest share, that's the highest,
180?
is 180, yeah. So what sum did they share? Do you know what to do?
No.
Okay, sorry, I wrote highest share. This is what you can do. Something similar. This is their ratio, 1:2:3. Obviously, the one with the highest share is the one that got 3 now, isn't it?
Yes.
The one with the ratio 3. Isn't it?
Yes.
Alright, you can think of the sum. We can say let the sum be x. Let the sum equals x. We don't know what it is. How would we have gotten the one for 180 for the highest share? How would we have gotten the one for the highest share? This is what I'm saying, young man. Imagine we already know the sum, like the previous question. We know the sum of money they shared as x. Just like in this question about this one, we know they are sharing 56 degrees. Okay, so we already know the sum they are sharing, even though this question is asking about it. So I call that x. We don't know what it is. So how do we get the value that the share of 3 will receive?
I don't know.
You know, let me just remind you, usually we find sum of ratio. What's the sum of ratio?
It's 1 to 2 to 3.
One, you know, add up the ratio now. 1 plus 2 plus 3. What does that give?
That's 6.
Sum of ratio is 6. Now to get the value that the ratio 3 will get, what do we do? The value that the ratio 3 will get, what do we do? Are we not going to do total over sum of ratio times that particular ratio?
Yes.
What's the total amount? That's what we call x.
Total amount is 180.
No, the total amount is not 180. 180 is just the one that ratio 3 got. I told you we don't know the total amount now. We are looking for it. If you read the question, can I read out the question? 3 students shared the sum of money. Shared a sum of money, rather. Shared a sum of money. We don't know how much that is. But they shared in the ratio of 1 to 2 to 3. Now the highest share is $180. What sum did they actually share? That sum we do not know. I call that x. And I said, usually what you do in solving ratio, you say value for a given share. Let me now write the formula. Value for a given share is total share total sum over sum of ratio times that ratio for that particular share. Is it not what we do? What we did in the other one? Total divided by sum of ratio times the ratio.
Yes.
That's what we did here, if you remember. Like the total, we're looking with, working with 56 divided by sum of ratio 8 times that particular ratio to give us the share for the other one. Okay, so total sum divided by sum of ratio times ratio. And we have called the total sum to be x. So here I will simply do x. So for the largest share, which I will call what I'm doing is not difficult. I just want to treat a principle. For the largest share, we do that total that we're looking for, x, over sum of ratio, which is 8, times that particular ratio. Which ratio got the highest share? 3, yes, times 3. And that will give us equals the 180. I'm just doing this thing in a reverse way, what we call reverse principle. If I already knew the value, I would have just done that total value divided by the sum of ratio times the ratio to get the value. We don't know the total now, so I will call it x divided by sum of ratio 8 times ratio 3 equal to the value 180. So with that we can get x. This gives 3x, do you know? Or let me even ask you, what does this give? What I'm circling.
X over 8 times 3.
What would it give?
You just said it give us 3x, x3.
3x over 8, you mean?
Yes.
So we have 3x over 8 is equal to 180. So let's find x. 3x is equal to 180 times 8. You know, you cross multiply. Do you know how to do stuff like this?
Cross.
Oh,
Yes.
whenever you have something over something equal to something, you could call this one over 1 like this, and simply cross multiply, and
Yes.
cross multiply. 3x times 1 is 3x. 8 times 180 is this. So what do you do now to get x?
You divide x on both sides.
You divide both sides by 3. So that gives us x is equal to 180 times 8 divided by 3. So what does it give?
X, is that x or times?
That's times.
Okay. 180 times 8 over 480.
So they are sharing a total of 480. If you want to check, because a check might help you to understand this, the method I used. A simple check would have helped. A check. To get the one for the highest share, we would have done 480, which is what they are sharing, divided by sum of ratio 8. What is the sum of ratio? 6, sorry. Ah, my goodness. Is the sum of ratio 8? The sum of ratio is not 8 now.
Sum of the ratio is 6.
Oh my goodness, but we'll be using 8. You didn't draw my attention to that. when I was looking at sum of ratio, I used 8 instead of 6. Or you want me to structure the question so that I don't have to change anything? Can I just make it?
Yes. We can turn it into 8.
And let me make this one to. What can I call this right to be? Oh God, it's that's going to change so many things. No, we can't afford to, because it will be. I have to almost change that. So let me take it back to 6. It's a simple change that we need to make instead of mutilating it too much. Please give me these values again. 180 times 6. I mistakenly using 180 times 6 divided by
180 times 6 divided by 3.
Yes, please.
That is 360.
Yeah. Divided by 3, that's 360. So it's actually 360. So the total they shared is 360.
Yes.
Alright, so I was trying to run a very quick check. For the quick check, to get the value for the highest share, I would have done total of what they are sharing, 360, divided by what the sum of ratios says, times that particular ratio for the highest share. That particular ratio is 3. So times 3. Times 3. And you see that it will actually give you that value that was given for it. And the value that was given for it is 180. 180. Just a quick check. That will give you 180. Okay, please. I think we need to go to another question. Check this. You get 180. Let's move to another question. Next question, please.
Question 6. Right here.
Okay, just below the one we solved earlier. All right. Marco needs to buy several white dress shirts for his new job. What I wrote is intersects. Marco needs to buy several white dress shirts for his new job. He finds one he likes for $35, that is on the sale for 40% off. He also likes a black tie that costs $21. Which of the following represents the total cost, not including tax, if Marco buys X of the white shirts that are on the sale and 2 of the black ties? So the first one, the white shirt, is $35 with a 40% off. Right?
Yes.
The tie is $21. The answer is already popping to my eyes, but I want to explain it to you. Or is it also popping to your eyes? Let me even ask you first of all, like I did in the other one. I should be asking you.
Is which one?
Yes, I'm asking you which one do you think, so I can, if you have an idea, I can explain to you.
Okay. I think C.
No, not really. Let me tell you why it's not C. The answer is B, but let me show you so that you can understand better. He buys X number of shirts. How many shirts? X, right?
Yes.
And then he buys only one tie. What's the value of the tie?
A tie is, no, the black tie is $21.
And he buys just one of it.
Yes.
So that $21 should stand alone without X attached to it because it's only one, it's a constant. If you are in a hurry, which of course you don't have the luxury of time in a question like this, I've told you, do elimination method. So we would have eliminated this one because it doesn't have that constant 21. We would have eliminated A2, we would have eliminated D, we would have eliminated C. B would have been the answer because it has that constant 21, the value of that tie, which is only one tie. Look at the question. Which of the following represents the total cost, not including tax, if Marco buys X of the white shirt? Oh, sorry, plus 2 of the tie, black tie. I didn't even say I didn't notice that it's plus 2 of the black tie. Can you imagine it? It's not B. It's plus 2 of the black tie. I thought it's only one tie. Are you with me?
Yes.
So it's actually plus 2 of the black tie. That means B is not, it actually should be eliminated. B is actually not a likely option because there are 2 black ties and each black tie is 21. So the 2 should be 42. Do you understand?
Yes.
So the option is between A, B, or D. Sorry, A, C, or D. But this is how we know which one is which. He got a 40% off from $35. So we need to take out 40% from 35. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Take out 40% from 35. What will be left?
Take out 40% from the 35?
Yes, 40% of 35. There are many ways to do that. I can use reverse percentage method, but let me use this method that you can easily understand. Take out 40% from 35. What do you have? That's 40% of 35, which simply means 40 over 100 times 35. What do you have?
40 divided by 100 times 35 is 14.
14. Okay, so you need to remove 14 from 35 because you know what that means. Now you go for a particular product and they give you a percentage off. A percentage off is what they take out from the cost, isn't it?
Yes.
So the real cost now, is 35 minus 14.
21.
Pardon?
It's 21.
It's 21.
35 minus 14 is 21.
21, good. So it's actually $21 that we eventually buy each shirt. And so if he buys X shirts, it's going to be 21X. So which one is the answer? The answer can now show. Can you see that? Obviously C. I think that was the one you chose.
Yes.
So C is correct. Sorry, the mistake I made. I thought it asked for one shirt, one black, one tie. I didn't know it is 2 black ties. So like I said, take out 40% out of 35, which is the original cost of the shirt. That's 14. Remove it from 35, that's 21. So if each shirt costs 21, X shirts will cost 21X. Then plus the 42 for white tie. I think this is clear.
Yes.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Like Learning School, your premier online education platform. At Like Learning School, we are dedicated to helping students and learners unlock their full potential, providing them with the foundation, support, and guidance they need for academic excellence. Our platform caters to two main target audiences. Firstly, we work with school children of all ages, offering academic follow-up and accountability partnerships. Our seasoned tutors provide personalized attention to ensure students stay on track and reach their goals. Secondly, we support students and learners who are preparing for internal, external, entrance, or professional examinations. We offer comprehensive and well-structured support to help them achieve outstanding performance in their exams. Our robust virtual courses are designed to keep students engaged and motivated. With interactive videos showcasing our teaching sessions, students actively participate in the learning process, making education enjoyable and effective. But that's not all. We believe in personalized education. Our students have access to personalized tutorial sessions, whether online, physical, or hybrid, tailored to their unique learning needs. Join us at Like Learning School and experience a transformative education journey. Visit our website at www.likelearningschool.com or contact us at +234 808 509 5144 to learn more and get started today.